that we see in America and throughout the world when it comes to Jake. We're broken people. You know?
I was going to say, when you read that about the father, the man that has the woman, that's the father. So what did this society and this devil do? He took the fathers out of the home on purpose. With drugs, with friends,
picking up the audio.
So when that's taken out, you take the father out of the home, what else do you take? You take the heavenly father out of the family. Okay, because now there's no connection to the top, to the spiritual side of things.
So what does the mom do? She goes and try to mend that connection, but she's mending it with wickedness. She goes onto the Christian church, and now she's getting filled with just a bunch of we call it a plantation Christianity, hey, right from the poor pork eating preacher, you know. Hey, and now those same effeminate traits and qualities that the mom has is being trickled down right into the son. Hey, the daughter sees she's not being feminine, she's being more masculine. Hey, and the cycle just repeats itself, man.
Yeah, we got the woman that made the deal with the serpent, Esau, Edom, right? And now the kids grow up in the system of Edomite supremacy. The school, you know, going back to that school thing, that's all it is. It's Edomite supremacy. It's what's it called? Where they made Jake feel like you're at a lower level. You know, your IQ. You know, your IQ, that whole IQ thing.
Basically scientific racism, Darwinism.
Yeah, social Darwinism.
Social Darwinism.
Yep. So it's all just a trap. It's just a setup, you know, that leads to death. The ways of Babylon leads to death, man.
Yeah, and that's what Psalms 33 said. What it says, man. And we're living in the valley of the shadow of death, man. Everything here is against us, man. Hey, the only thing that is for you is really the spirit and power of Yahweh Shai. Because everything else is going to either lie to you, show you how to be wicked, show you how to be a nigga, or just put you completely in the mindset of being an American, man. Which is all death. Death and more death, man.
Train your sons and your daughters into, you know, those alphabet people. You know? Turn you into a weirdo. Neuter you. Straight up castrate you. You know, spiritually. That's what the system does to our people. You know, and it's been doing it for the longest time. And the results of it is broken homes, packed jails and prisons, cemeteries full with Jakes. You know, people all up in the streets.
Job chapter 10 and verse 20. Are not my days few? Cease then and let me alone, that I may take comfort of them. Before I go whence I shall not return, even to the land of darkness and the shadow of death. A land of darkness, as darkness itself, as of the shadow of death, without any order, and where the light is as dark. It's just black, man. It's black. Jake is uplifted that until it became them, right? You know, because what is black? It's void of judgment. I mean, void of
light.
Void of light. You know, wicked, evil. You know, every characteristic associated with black is what?
Negative,
man. Then you look at the opposite of white. It's pure. It's holy. You know, understanding.
unblemished.
Yeah, unblemished, perfect. You know, it's not by coincidence, man. This is the effect of Jake being broken down and ultimately disobedient unto Yahweh Shai, man. Seek yourself right unto Esau until you get his approval, basically. Oh, congratulations, you got your degree, you got your house, you got your kids. Hey, you're still not free, but good job.
Oh, because all these years I think you work.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and you got to push those kids right back to the system that you went through.
And they like to go through it, if they don't have to go through it. You got to keep going through it.
You got to push them right back to the same bullshit that you thought you were overcoming, man. You know?
Yeah, you got that now?
Yeah.
This is Isaiah. You want to read that real quick?
This is Micah chapter 2 and verse 10. It says, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest.
Yep, this is not our rest, man. This is not the end. The scriptures tell us in Hebrews, what is it, 13 and 14, hey, here we have no continuing city, but we seek one to come, man. That means what? Hey, the kingdom after this is going to be glorious, man. A place in which we'll be completely in righteousness. You're never going to have a doubt. You're never going to have a worry. You're never going to have to work. You're never going to have to think, oh, well, what is my kids going through? Or how am I supposed to pay for this? Or what am I supposed to do? Hey, we're going to be at peace, man.
You're going to live like,
It's going to be far surpassed that, man. Come on.
The same people talk about we have to go through all this education. They don't go to college.
They don't go to college.
They just come in and inherit businesses.
Yeah.
Corporations and shit.
And it's not like they're really working the business.
Yeah.
You know? They got they still got their dad's number 2, 3, 4 man in those same positions, man.
And then they're gonna hire their successors to get them back. Hey, watch Batman. Watch the Batman movies. It's the same shit. Funny the Christian Bale movies.
Yep.
Because it showed him he was in there sleeping in the board meeting, and the shit just goes, regular.
Even in Green Goblin, his dad was like, he had some money or something. You know, he basically just inherited it all.
Yeah.
He didn't have to do nothing.
That's what it's gonna be like for us. We ain't gonna have to worry about nothing. The soccer just gonna be good for us, while they gonna have to go down and really work with their hands and the sweat and labor and stuff for us. That's it. That's in the scriptures.
Right.
That's all it is. We got one more.
Arise ye and depart, but this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with the sword destruction.
Hey, you're polluted on every level as well, man. That's mentally. Hey, because Jake, in this society, their minds are never at ease, which is part of the curses. You know. Then your spirit is through, because it's wicked. You know, and you physically destroyed, man. Jake got all type of ailments. You know, infirmities. Hey, and it's not even just the older generations anymore, man. You know, it's the younger generations, man.
Jake, 20 years old, got diabetes.
Bro, you got little kids that's 8, 10, can't write, can't spell their name, like you said, overweight.
Yeah.
You know? That's all Esau fault, man.
Obese 10-year-old.
Bro.
That don't even make sense. It should take you 30 years to get that type of, at least 20, but probably 30 years to get that type of weight on it. But what do? They did this on purpose. They're taking out recess, the very let you go to the energy off, and then they'll give you better pharmaceuticals, right? Witchcraft, they give that, so now you can deal with having all that energy.
Hey, Esau schools, that's the spirit. Esau schools lunch, bro. That's all chemicals. Why are you drinking chocolate milk, man? Chocolate milk don't go with nothing. You know? Bro. That's just one aspect of it.
You think prison penitentiary type?
Time, bro.
Yes.
Time.
Think about it. Hey, the cafeteria. Look at the cafeteria that the kids got to eat and set up. That's the same as the cafeteria in the penitentiary.
Yeah.
Politics and the cafeteria, the prison politics, was the same thing in the school.
Raise your hand if you gotta get up and throw away your
I
trash.
have to go to the bathroom.
Yeah. Right. And hey, man, like that, the college institution's the same way, man. You know, the dorm is just a bigger prison. You got a little bit more freedom. You know? Everything is still based off of 15-minute increments.
Yeah.
Just like prison. You know, in jail. Because what class gets out, it's at every 15 minutes. It's either 12 o'clock, 12, 15, 12:30, 45, or the next hour, man. It's the same shit. It's the same thing, man.
And that's what Esau wants.
Yep.
Dumb down, obedient servants.
Every foot.
That's what he wants.
Institutionalized.
Yeah. See, he wants you to learn his curriculum. All right? That's it. He don't want.
You walk through.
As long as you're learning his curriculum and following what he says, it's all good. But the moment you step outside of that and you come into the knowledge of what is really going on in the world according to the scriptures, now there's a problem. You know?
You're not obeying. You're not obedient to what I'm teaching.
Now he's worried.
Yeah, that's why even in the school system, usually when you look at it, I know especially for the class I graduated with, the students who cared the least was the smartest fucking students, man.
Oh, yeah.
You know? They were the smartest students, man. The students that didn't do their work, or the students that basically didn't care what the teacher was talking about. And when it was test time, them same students got A's on every fucking thing. Yeah, kind, bro. Bro. Yeah.
They don't go to class or they talk shit to the teacher. I know a couple students that just talk shit to the teacher, didn't care about what they was doing. But hey, those students would have easily been valedictorian, top of the class. They were definitely smartest, quote unquote, highest GPA. For sure. That was it right there. Done.
So Isaiah chapter 2 and verse 2. And it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of Yahweh's house shall be established in the top of the mountains, and shall be exalted above the hills.
God, and it says the mountain, and it goes back into the government, man. And that government consists of who, man? Of course, Yahweh being number one. You know, and under him, Yahweh Shai, King David, the 12, and the rest of the elect, man. That's the order. That's why the scripture says the 12 going to sit on the 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. And that judgment goes down into you common people, man. You heathens, so to speak. You know?
And all nations shall flow unto it.
Yep, all nations gonna flow unto it. Hey, bringing their increase, and bringing whatever goods, hey, that are needed or wanted at that time. Shit, we did it. Jake did it during the transatlantic slave trade. His brother has a picture where he went to a plantation, and every month is basically a new crop that Jake was harvesting, man. Whether it was sugar cane, whether it was tobacco, corn, indigo, cotton. Hey, well, the same thing is gonna be happening within the kingdom, man. Within our kingdom. Hey, we want jewels. We want the most precious stones. You know, we want the best increase of the cattle, whether it be sheep, cow, lamb. You know, whatever, the beast of burden, we want the best, man. And we're going to get it through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shai. Thus saith the scriptures, man.
Hey, it's all going to be obtained in righteousness.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Not through wicked means, like Esau.
Right.
How he has hoarded everything in these last days.
Yeah.
Everything through deception and ill-gotten. You know?
Yeah.
Murder, theft. That's how he gets his riches. That's how he gets down.
Hey, if you had a sword, wouldn't that be how you got everything? If your power was a killing instrument, wouldn't you use that to gain everything you ever wanted? That's what he did. His blessing was the sword. And these are the basic new things that you should be getting understanding for. You know, like going back into Genesis 27 about the different blessings. You know, the 25th chapter of Genesis, breaking down who Jacob. These are new scriptures that will build you up in the understanding of what's actually happening in the world. Like once you know these scriptures, you'll realize that every movie that there's a good guy and a bad guy is taking off the scriptures, and a lot of situations are made into movies and refurbished, if you will, made into modern terms to tell that same story over and over.
Right. Because like they're saying, hey, milk allows you to expound on the meat, man. Hey, same with the recipe. Yeah, you can just make milk. Hey, but let's make a cake now. Let's add some cream. Let's add some different compounds of that same milk. Cheese, butter, cream, you know, heavy whipping cream, all these different things. You're still able to have that milk within it, but it transforms into a whole new product, so to speak, man. And that's what
level of understanding.
A different level of understanding. Hey, which means what? A different level of maturation within the spirit, man. You know, it's the same with wine. Yeah, wine is good, but let's add it to some.
Grape juice is good.
Yeah, kind. Yeah, grapes are good. You know.
Yeah.
You know, you got green, you got red, you got purple. You know, the big Welch's purple grapes. You know, grape juice is good, but let's ferment that now, man. Let's ferment that grape juice to create some wine. You know. Now let's add that same wine. Let's age it for a couple years, man. Let's age it for about 20 years, and let's make some lamb. And let's saute that lamb within that wine, man.
This is how the scripture.
Or marinate it within that wine.
You start putting this meal together. You start seeing the complexity
Bro.
of the flavors, if you will, the understanding that can come out of these scriptures. Now we can go deep, but we're trying to keep it simple with the basic stuff here. Okay, when you come to ask the questions, that's when we start showing in your question the level of understanding you have. That's when we can answer better questions for you. Deeper questions for you. But if you're asking them deep questions, you should be out here anyway.
Yeah, kind. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's the excuse, man?
We know you're out here, man. We know there's more than And we ain't. And a lot of you that do check on some of these Las Vegas videos, we know y'all are never kept, man.